February. A short month, but one that's filled with love, excitement, and Black History awareness. But it's also weirdly filled with a lot of music. Like, I would normally have a lot more to say in this intro, but I already have so much to get to. We're gonna get straight into it, alright? Let's go. So, the Grammys happened, and, like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Does anyone even care for these anymore? The Grammys, much like the Emmys and the Golden Globes, have kind of fallen out of favor from the public, as it's become increasingly more obvious that the show is driven by backstage politics than any reasonable form of merit. I mean, who won the Big Four this year? Let's see, Best New Artist is... who? Alright, whatever. Lizzo winning Record of the Year, that's fine. Album of the Year had some heavy hitters, I know, like Beyonce and Kendrick, and honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Bad Bunny won, and Harry Styles won. Why am I not even surprised anymore? And let's see then. Song of the Year, that went to... Wait, what? This.
Just like that, your life can change if I hadn't looked away.
This cannot be your Song of the Year. How, in a category full of songs that left an impact on mainstream radio either one way or another, did you guys manage to pick the one song in this entire category the majority of people did not listen to? Dude, I'd have had less gripes if you picked that ABCDFU song. At least the majority of America knows that song. This is such an embarrassment. Dude, 2017 was right. It really do be hashtag Grammys so white. Well, let's gloss past the Grammys to an event that actually had the world watching. The Super Bowl, aka... why is there a football game interrupting my Rihanna concert? And more importantly, why is everyone commenting on if Rihanna's pregnant or not? Come on guys, it's 2023. I thought we were past that whole notion of women having to look a certain way. Like, she just had a baby, you guys. Obviously she's gonna have some leftover baby weight on her. It just seems insensitive and honestly rude to talk about the weight. Wait, what was that? You're telling me she is pregnant? And this is her way of telling the world? But didn't she just have a baby? So you're telling me she did? Guess that's why they call him ASAP. Am I right? I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. But you know what's even faster than that? Whatever the hell this is. Syllables of the letter of Philip. I'm a lyrical, typical super villain. I'm venomous and I'm never gonna stop until they put me on top of the spiritual, lyrical, individuals. Apparently, the white guy who raps really fast trope has finally expanded into other genres. And Falling in Reverse's Ronnie Radke decided that he would be the brave soul to lead the charge and blend genres like no one else did. Except for the fact that this just sounds like really bad nu metal. Now, if you want to hear good nu metal, then I have a surprise for you. Linkin Park released a single for their upcoming 20-year anniversary album of Meteora. And if you listen to this song and think, this sounds kind of familiar, you're not the only one. Mike Shinoda revealed the reason this song didn't make the final cut 20 years ago was because they thought it was too similar to Numb. But despite the similarities, I'd be lying to you if I said the song didn't give me goosebumps when I first heard it. Like, sure, the energy and nostalgia were exciting, but it's a surreal experience hearing Chester's vocals again. And hearing him say things like, "I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright," hits so much harder when we know how the story of Chester ends. This is such a bittersweet moment, but I'm glad that we have it. Rest in peace, Chester.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Logic released a new song that once again has me excited for a new project from him. I am ready to be extremely disappointed. Logic seems to consistently put out his worst albums when I'm actually hyped for them. So, Logic dropped his album, and he dropped an album that perfectly encapsulates everything I find so damn frustrating about this dude. Because the songs on the album are good. Like, legitimately, from a song perspective, this is the most I've enjoyed Logic since This Incredible True Story. I think Logic sounds comfortable, and he's not constantly recycling old lines and flows like he used to do on earlier projects. And apart from the atrocious High Life, this album is full of great songs. So what is it that I don't like about this album?
Thank you for coming to Mr. Burger. How can I help you?
Yeah, hey, can I get a junior bacon cheese?
Okay, we have one junior bacon cheese.
Yep.
It's the goddamn skits.
That scrawny little white boy is a rapper? I'm good.
Come on, Nikki, don't be that way. I was just trying to,
Everybody get your fucking hands up! Open the register, bitch!
Oh my god, why the fuck are these here? And they're not even their own tracks. Like, Logic tacks these corny ass, terribly acted skits onto the end of like half of these songs. It makes it so difficult to listen to these songs without having your finger on the skip button so you don't have to listen to the skit. Dude, Logic, I swear you are the only artist who consistently gets in the way of his own success. Well, maybe you and BB Rexa.
Can't promise you love, it was love, it was love, it was love till it wasn't.
Oh man, BB. At this point, I don't know if I should laugh or feel bad for you. Has there ever been an artist who has tried so hard to be a pop star only to fail over and over and over again? Like, eventually you have to make a song that gets big and that people like, right? Because when that day happens, I'll probably cheer for you the same way a parent cheers for their child when they finally hit a grand slam after years of being a bench warmer. But for now, this is honestly kind of heartbreaking. And you know what else is heartbreaking? Apparently Valentine's Day, because Jesus Christ, y'all. I thought Valentine's Day was supposed to be a day of love and sex. Instead, all the music that came out was depressing, bitter, and definitely unsexy. Like, okay, first, Kelsey Ballerina released a 6-track EP about her divorce, and then Don Toliver gave us the unsexiest love song that he could have, featuring Kelly Uchis. And then after that, Lana Del Rey released her second single for her upcoming album, where, despite its title A&W, it is not about root beer.
This is the experience of being an American whore.
We know, Lana, you've been an American whore for the past 10 years. But weirdly enough, I think the best song that was released that day came from Pink, as she dedicated a song to her father, who sadly passed away a little over a year ago.
Is there a bar up there where you've got a favorite chair?
And the crazy part about that is, I don't even think this was the best song about a dying father that got big this month. That award would go to, of all people, James Blunt.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Whose 2019 song Monsters hit number 2 on the iTunes chart after a contestant on American Idol dedicated the song to his father, who had died a couple months earlier. And I don't mean to sound like a hipster, but it didn't take American Idol for me to know about this masterpiece. I've been on this song since day one, and for good reason. I've only ever cried to about 2 songs in my life, and this is one of them. Blunt's vocals have always sounded like they were straining a bit, but it works perfectly here, as it captures the trembling emotions of saying goodbye to a parent. And the songwriting?
I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just 2 grown men saying goodbye.
Bro. Like, you know how when you're a kid and you're afraid of all the imaginary monsters under your bed, so your dad has to scare them away for you? Well, Blunt takes that image and that saying and he reverses it. It becomes this idea of the son chasing away the monsters of his father, and it becomes so hauntingly beautiful, especially when you realize these monsters aren't the scary images that we had as kids, but actual demons that every adult lives with. Every regret and question that you can have on your deathbed. Will my family be okay? Should I have taken that higher paying job? Did I live a life that I can be proud of? All these things that come at you at your final moments, And Blunt essentially tells his father, relax and rest. Find peace in your final moments, and I'll shoulder those burdens from now on.
So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away.
It's so beautiful, and a song that means a lot to me, as me and my brother used it at our father's funeral over a year ago. It's a song I find very difficult to listen to, and if you've never heard it, I beg for you to give it a chance, because it's a ride that puts you through emotions I don't think I've ever heard another song do. Well, speaking of things that we would die for, The Weeknd released a remix of his 2016 hit Die For You, where he got his work wife and megastar Ariana Grande to take a break from filming Wicked to throw a verse on the song. And God, do I wish I had that kind of pulling power. But speaking of things that you would die for, wait, I just made that joke. Man, this is such a weird month. Anyways, here's Die For Me by Halsey.
Said you'd take a bullet, told me you would die for me. I had a really bad feeling you'd be lying to me.
This is the type of Halsey that I like. If her new album sounds like this, then I am on board. Just like I'm fully on board with this new Paramore album. Look, I missed the whole pop punk phase growing up, so I've really never been much of a Paramore fan. But this album is great. Like, I thought I didn't like it on my first listen, but this album was a bit of a grower for me. I just keep finding something new to like about it every time I come back. Whether it's Hayley Williams' vocals, the fun funk rock sound that it has, or just it being good. Sometimes you don't have to have a reason. It's just a really good album. Meanwhile, the Gorillaz blew their load too early, as after listening to their new album Cracker Island, I realized it committed the cardinal sin of albums, making your singles the best songs. Like, maybe my opinion will change as time goes on, but nothing on that album tops New Gold. And finally, Lil Wayne is back, giving us another example of what the F in Weezy F Baby stands for.
Weezy F and the F is for F-Bomber.
He gave us a banger as he sampled the late great DMX, and we got vintage Wayne. Fun flows, huge swagger, and hilarious one-liners.
Leaving bitches on their own like the Oprah channel. Can't trust my shadow, that's a fact that can't get overshadowed. DMX sample, Swizzy on the drum machine. I got the gun machine, that bitch go brrrr, sound like bumblebees.
God, it's so nice to just wonder what the next Wayne song will be, and not what's in his cup.
Why in the hell should I stop drinking whatever it is in my cup? I think people need to mind their own business. I don't care if it was heroin in my cup. It's in my cup. You.
But other than that, that's about it. February's come and gone, and we got way more than I thought this short month was initially going to offer us. As usual, I cannot get to everything. So let me know what I missed, what your favorites of the month are, or what you're excited for March. And until then, I'm out. Side note, if you want a sexy February song, then here you go.
Sometimes I don't know when I'm coming back. I'm just going through the motions now. Lifted off the ground, drifting like